Oh, what an absolutely beautiful forest this is. I had such a good time here with Jerry that I had to bring Honey Badger back here. Some of you guys probably don't even know what she looks like. Although she looks a bit different. She's got hair that matches her coat today. Look at that. So today we are going to talk about how it's actually kind of my wife's fault that I ride a dual sport motorcycle. So you guys kind of have her to thank. Let's hop on these machines and take a ride. I guess I didn't say where we are. Where are we? The Perkinstown Motorized Trail.
Glad you remembered, because I did not.
It was supposed to be why I'm on a TW. How I ended up on a TW.
True.
Whatever. This is a fun bike for these trails.
Now it looks like Langley.
Yeah, it does. I think I thought that last time I was here too. I think I actually told my dad that when we rode through here. I'll have to check the tape. So back when I was, 18 I think, I got my first motorcycle, and that was, no wait, I gotta go back farther than that even. When I was 15 I think, I bought a chainsaw at a garage sale with the intention of mounting it to the back of a bicycle. And so my dad took me, the chainsaw, and the bicycle to my uncle's place, and we all kind of devised a way to weld up a rack on the back of it and switch some of the gears around and put some pegs for BMX style riding in the place of the pedals. And stole the sprocket from the pedals and put it in the, where did that go, up on the chainsaw? No, that wouldn't have made any sense. Must have went on the back wheel, I suppose. Yeah, we got rid of the little sprocket from the back, put it on the, this isn't supposed to be a how-to video. Anyways, we'll skip through all that. Feel free to keep me on track here, honey.
I'll try.
I had the ever watchful eye out for motorized things because since we didn't own any land or anything, my dad didn't want to buy me a dirt bike, and living in town, there really wasn't anything else that I could ride. We didn't even have a riding lawnmower. We had a push mower, and that's not nearly as fun. So I was always on the lookout, and one day we found a 1988 Yamaha Raz at a garage sale that I don't think it was even for sale, to be honest. Somehow my grandpa swindled the people into selling it to us for 50 bucks. Ooh, this is getting rough. Sorry, TW. How are you back on there on the Cadillac?
Just fine.
I bet.
Making me nervous, but I'm good.
This bike is a lot of fun on these trails. I really like this. I was just telling Honey Badger before we turned the cameras on that this is like my new favorite motorcycle. And don't get me wrong, I love the Tenere, and I don't think I could just handle having just the TW, but oh man, I don't know. I just really enjoy this thing both on the trail and just in the woods at my house without any trails, and even on the road too. It's a lot of fun. I think actually by the time I got the moped, I think I must have been old enough that I could drive it on the road because I had my temps, so I would cruise around on that, and then eventually I think my brother destroyed that when he was old enough to ride it, so that went out the window. And then I got cars and had a Firebird and almost lost my license, and then got a truck. And then when I think I was 17 or 18, I bought a motorcycle from one of my friends and started riding that. Burned through my 3 years of temps and finally got my license, and went through a bunch of sport bikes. Had the first bike was a Seiko 400, then I rode my dad's Magna 750 for a while. What did I have after that? 99 CBR 600. Then bought a CBR 600RR, and at that point you and I were together, and you kind of had always wanted a motorcycle.
Yeah. And
so we started looking for one for you, and I think somewhere in there, I guess I don't know when that was, but you mentioned that your family owned a 87 Suzuki LT 250. I don't know, the 250 four-wheeler that maybe you guys have seen in a couple of videos of mine that we now own. But you own that, and my buddy Leon Chapinski had purchased a three-wheeler that he was riding out at his ice shack. I tried to talk my dad into letting me have a four-wheeler since I had a pickup. And what did we end up with? A Blaster?
Yeah.
that blasted itself twice.
I absolutely forgot about that.
Yep. should have looked into why exactly it blew up the first time, but anyways, I rebuilt it and then it blew up, and then I just said screw it and sold it. So after that, I went to Forest Oaks, bought myself that blue Yamaha Raptor.
I loved that thing.
Yeah, that's right, you did, didn't you? Then eventually I decided to just buy a second sport quad, so I bought that yellow LTZ 400 for I think like $300, or no, was it 800? Maybe it was like 800.
Yeah, I think it was 800. More like that.
So we bought that, which was kind of a pile. I forgot you guys are down there. Sorry, I should be looking at you. Got that running, and we'd take it out to this little tiny, pitiful excuse for an ATV park in Marathon County. And then heard stories of Harrison Hills, and finally went out there, and oh my gosh, I was absolutely in love with that place. Would you say 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks? We were there every weekend.
Yeah,
every Friday
you get a little obsessed with things.
I certainly do. That was so much fun. I always had wanted to take my truck to a place where I could drive it off-road, but there's just nothing like that you can really do anymore in the places that you could. Had quickly been shutting down ever since I was little. Oh, there's a deer.
Oh, hello.
Any more?
Where did you go?
I don't know. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's 2 of them. Hello.
Just running?
No, they're just standing there.
How'd they get so far?
There's one right there.
I see it now,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I just thought they were like way further back on the trail. Not so far like into the woods, but so far forward, I guess.
Sure. Oh, she's going.
Bye.
Better get out of here. Arms are going to be tired. Woo. The trail is deteriorating.
I see that. I kind of like it though.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, I don't know.
Right. I just washed this thing. I don't want to get it dirty. I've been a lot better about that recently. Actually washing things.
I know, it's annoying.
Spend a couple hours riding and then spend a couple hours washing.
I don't have time for that.
We were pretty much going to Harrison Hills every Friday or Saturday. That's when I would have had that, I think the 08 CBR 600RR. And I was just getting sick of it. I'd go out and ride, and like as much as I like to get out and, you know, see this beautiful world that we live in, it's just from the pavement, I had seen so many of the nice roads that we have around here that I just wasn't really interested in going and seeing them again type of thing. I was just kind of just bored with it, I guess, and bored with the fact that the bike was really only fun if you were doing 150 miles an hour, and I was too old to be going 150 miles an hour. I got old quick. I think
everyone's too old for that.
Well, okay, that's true, but for speeding in general, or even going over the speed limit, when did I get old? I think it was before we met, probably, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I've always been there's certain things that I will bend the rules on, but for the most part, I'm very... What?
Sorry, is it only fall here? Do you see all these leaves?
Yeah, it sure is, isn't it?
It
weird?
really smells like it too.
It does, yeah. What's the word for me? What am I? A wuss?
No.
I'm just very...
I don't know, I think smarter than most.
I guess maybe that's true, yes. Very worried about getting in trouble and don't like breaking the rules or doing bad things. Anyway, so where was I going with that? You're supposed to keep me on track here.
Dude, want to get rid of your bike. You get a new bike, get a dual sport. That's the point of the video.
Yes, so I was pretty much bored and tired of riding around on a bike that, you know, I wasn't using for its intended purpose really. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever ridden on a crotch rocket, but they're not fun to ride really at all. They're really hard on your wrist, hard on your back, and I've kind of always had back problems ever since I pile drove my face into a landing of a big jump when I was younger on a snowboard. So it just really wasn't doing it for me, and I wasn't enjoying it at all, and really thought I would just kind of give up motorcycling, to be honest. I like my four-wheelers, and those were fun, but I mean not nearly as fun as what was to come. And that was a well, no, actually, I always want to say that I got the DRZ first, but you actually got your KLR 250 was your first bike.
And then someone stole it from me.
Who stole it?
You.
Oh, I didn't ride it that much, did I? I think my dad rode it
Probably
most
more
of the
than
time.
me still.
I guess that's true, yeah. I got it stuck in the yard a couple times in the winter. So, yeah, she bought the KLR 250, and I sold my CBR and went and bought a DRZ 400. And then what did I do? I bought a Virago too after that?
Yes, yep.
Yeah,
I like that bike.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, Virago 1100.
Yeah, I mean, you thought you needed an off-road bike and a road bike.
Right, and the off-road bike, I didn't like putting in the bed of a truck, really, and I still really don't. I mean, it is kind of dangerous to do it, and at that point, I think I had a truck that had a 6-inch lift and 35s, so it really didn't work very well. And I didn't really have anybody to go with. My dad had the Tiger, but he still had, like, road tires on it, and riding up north on a DRC 400 is possible, but it's just not really enjoyable. I mean, especially when, you know, you're used to riding sport bikes all the time. So it just wasn't really doing it for me on the road. It was a lot of fun off the road. I was really still very green at it and didn't know what I was doing. I was used to being able to easily sling the back end of a sport crod around. Sport crod? And I mean, that takes like almost, it doesn't take no skill, but it doesn't take nearly as much skill as it does on a bike, and I was not there at all. I mean, I was nervous just to even go down the trail on a bike. So I wasn't really sure. I was like kind of having to force myself to take that bike out too. There's not really anywhere close to ride it. Didn't want to put it in the bed. And I don't know what the deal was. I guess, I think I must have just decided to start looking at bigger bikes. Let's take a left. Ooh. Oh, I should have climbed that. People are going to make fun of me. This is supposed to be a mountain goat. Oh, well.
You got your signal on still, babe.
Oh, embarrassing.
Thought I'd give you a few seconds.
Well, I'd kind of like to take a picture on that. I guess we can do it on the way back? Can't. Do I want to take a picture on that?
I don't know.
I think I do. Do you want to, I guess, should you park up there? Maybe not. You probably can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that must be what people mean when they say this thing has attitude. It just, I don't know, it's gonna get there. It just doesn't do it fast, and it's just happy plugging along. So back to my history of bikes, though. The DR650 was pretty much in my sights, and I actually had one lined up that I was gonna go look at and test drive. And I don't remember even what happened. I think I had just kind of been like sort of looking at KLR 650s, but I didn't like how the big weird fairing looked. I wanted something that looked like a dirt bike. I didn't want all that plastic up front and a windshield. Like, who needs that?
What in the world is this?
Sand pit.
OMG, the sun is so nice.
Yeah, it sure is. I guess this is where we'll have our picnic, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my plan all along. I'm not guessing.
I figured.
So the DR650 ended up not being what I purchased because I just kind of decided that, you know what, if the KLR is too goofy for me with the big plastic fairing on it, I can just take it off and do something else. I wouldn't follow me up this hill, by the way.
Okay.
Come on, TW, go. So, whoa, found a KLR that I really wanted, and then ended up that I think it sold before I could get it, and just kept kind of looking and found another one that was actually ended up being a great deal that a guy was going to trade in. And then if you guys have been watching the channel, you know the rest of the story with that. I really loved that bike, loved having the big windshield up in the front to protect me on my rides up north, and it turned out that was just the thing I needed, having something that was a little bit more geared towards long highway commutes. It was a lot of fun to ride on the road and a lot of fun to ride off the road. And whoops, where am I going here? Then I saw a video for a motorcycle called a Yamaha Tenere 700, and I really got excited about that. And then 4 years later, they were finally available for sale, and I got myself one, and I've just been enjoying the heck out of that bike. Hey, it's Honey Badger. Don't run me down, Honey Badger.
I'm trying to get some footage of you, and you're going all over the place.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, there's neutral. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You don't got to do anything crazy for the footage thing.
Oh, I thought you were coming up here. Sorry. Whoops.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to.
Oh, that's okay. Oh my gosh, what is going on? I'm gonna blow my fender off. What happened next? Then I had that KLR not the KLR 250, the XL 250R that I really enjoyed riding, but wanted to get my buddy Jason into riding, so ended up selling that to him, and then really missed having a little light dual sport, because as much fun as the Tenere is, and I do love that machine, there's just something that that you just don't get with a big bike like that. I had always kind of had the TWs sort of on the periphery. I'd seen videos for them and really thought they were kind of neat, just like the KLR. They're sort of a cult following woo type machine, and I'd been looking and looking for other stuff and just couldn't quite dish the money out for a $5,000 used 10-year-old DRZ. So I was really hoping to get a CRF 300 or a CRF 300 Rally, and turned out couldn't buy one of those. I think you still can, or at least not in my area. And then the TW popped up, and now I'm on a TW200.
Okay, but how is that my fault? Just because I got you into dual sports in the first place?
Yeah, you had your KLR 250 first, and that your parents had a four-wheeler, so it made sense for me to buy a four-wheeler.
I guess I thought you meant specifically on the TW and not on dual sports because I fit on it.
Oh, yes, I suppose that's true too. The one part of the allure for the TW was that it's a nice low seat height, where most dual sports are a pretty high seat height. There's some that are low, like an XT250 is fairly low too, or a DR200. But I don't know, the TW200 is it's just fun. I mean, like I said, it has an attitude. It's not going anywhere fast, but it pretty much gets you just about anywhere. This thing really will climb like crazy, and I don't know, there's just something about it. I especially like riding it at night, just because 40 miles an hour is about all the faster you should go when there's deer waiting in the bushes to jump out at you.
Waiting in the bushes of love?
Waiting in the bushes of, yeah. I don't think that's what they're waiting in the bush. They're waiting in the bushes of vehicular accident and that didn't make any sense. Vehicular deer. I don't know. Vehicular deer. Probably can't say those words, actually. I'll have to bleep that out.
And everybody will wonder what you're talking about because it doesn't make any sense.
They'll figure it out. The deer waiting to jump out in front of you and get hit.
Alright, where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I don't know.
Okay, great.
Marco!
Polo.
There you are.
What? Oh. Except for you're gone already.
What? No, I'm still here. I'm doing donuts. Not very well, but I'm doing them.
Let's see it.
What? Oh no, I'm too tired now.
Oh.
See, they're embarrassing.
I was impressed.
All right, well, I would say that's probably enough. Hi, honey. So, that is how I ended up on a TW200. Absolutely loving it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, then hit that subscribe button. Click the bell after you're subscribed below. And make sure you get out and enjoy this beautiful world. What a nice day for a four-wheeler ride, huh? And a dual sport ride. So get out and enjoy it if you can. But hey, if you can't, check out some more videos. Take care, stay safe, and stay swanky.
I'm not going to show them our picnic?
No.
Bye. Cheers.